One of the challenges that we face as coaches is that we tend to doubt ourselves. This can happen when, say, you had a bad coaching session, something didn't go or land well, or you are trying to resolve or help resolve a situation with your client that you don't have enough insight on, or you feel you don't have enough insight on. It can happen when you are having conversations and you're not able to enroll clients and you feel that maybe you're not worthy of working with them, or you may doubt that you have any capability of being able to help them. Any of these situations, any of these times when you doubt yourself, it could be fairly disheartening as a coach to get on a coaching session and be able to help and support somebody. It could be disheartening if you're a new coach to go out in the world and try to actually enroll clients to come work with you. Either of those scenarios are not very powerful as a coach. You feel you're not good enough, you feel you're not worthy, you feel, maybe this is the wrong profession for me. You may feel any of those feelings, none of which are an empowered state to be able to support your clients, which is why I want to give you a mental exercise, an exercise that will help you come out of this state. In coaching as a profession, you are the talent. How you show up matters the most in your business, because every single time you show up powerfully, you create results for your clients. Every single time you're not able to do that, every single time you're not able to lean in to your greatest capability, it doesn't create the results that you really desire for your clients. And that kind of hurts us emotionally and of course financially as well, because we're not able to create results for our clients, which is why they signed up with us, right? So here's a little exercise that you could do every single time, every single day if you need to, if you're finding it hard for you to believe in your capabilities. Now, of course, in the program, you will get a lot of skills that you can always lean on to find that capability and go, okay, I'm finding myself in this situation. How can I find something related to that in Coaching Mastery that'll allow me to come out of that state by just acquiring a new skill or a new capability? Say you've got that skill, you've got that capability, and still you find yourself not finding the confidence, not finding the strength to be able to say that you can create results for somebody else. Here's a little mental exercise, and of course, you can use it with your clients when they don't find power in their own personal ambition. I would invite you to take out a piece of pen and paper or an iPad with a pen. The first thing that I want you to do is create a timeline of you 10 years ago to who you are today. Just make a line that might have 10 years ago, you, and current you, right? In this 10-year timeline, every failure or every hardship or every challenge that you've experienced and you remember because they were big enough, go ahead and write them down. Did you have a physical challenge, a mental challenge, a career challenge that you have faced in the past 10 years? Did you find yourself in a situation where it seemed like it was impossible to get out of, or you were losing all hope? Write that down. Write down all these different challenges that you have experienced over the course of the last decade. You can do it for 2 decades if you choose to, but a decade usually is enough. That timeline is good enough. So go ahead and write that down. Now that you have all these challenges, do you see how as a person you were able to come past and go past all of these different challenges? Are you able to see yourself as somebody who goes, oh, yeah, I faced that and I actually figured out how to resolve that situation? One of my favorite stories that I like to tell, it's not my story, it's a story by Michael Neal of a friend that is also in the coaching business. And he talks about the story in context of enrollment. But I want to share the story with you so you understand the value of all these challenges that you've experienced, right? This story talks about this particular gentleman that wanted to work with corporations, and he wasn't somebody who was certified or anything like that. He was just somebody who wanted to create change and love coaching as a profession. And this is decades ago this happened, right? So he goes to this corporation. He's been talking to all the people that he needs to talk to in the corporation. Everybody seems really impressed. And he's brought to the final meeting where everybody in the organization sitting at the table, everybody who is responsible for taking the decision of bringing this person on is sitting at the table. He goes onto the table and the conversation's going really well, unless there's this one person who's skeptical, the HR manager. He asks a question. The question is, why should we hire you? What makes you so special? Now, this person, this particular coach, was challenged because they were like, oh, I can't say I built many companies, I haven't built empires, I haven't done this and that. So his mental dialogue was going, oh, I don't know if I am actually the right person to work with this company. He went ahead to tell his life story and the challenges that he faces or currently facing or faced in the past. He talked about how he has bombed 2 different companies before, how he was a single father to 3 different kids, how he has been struggling with his addiction to alcohol, and how he has recovered from it, and so on and so forth. So he shared his challenges in life and he shared it openly with this group. The same person that had asked him the question asked him a different question this time. After listening to his whole story, after realizing the amount of challenges he has faced in life and come this far, he asked him the question, can you help us? And his answer was, yes, I can. And they went ahead to work together and worked for years after that. You see, your challenges, your hardships, your mistakes in life inform you as a person on what you could do better and how to come past those challenges. And often your clients would appreciate your perspective, your insight on these challenges or challenges you face in life. So the first thing I want you to write down is write down all the different mistakes and challenges that have happened over the past decade, and also realize that you have come past all of them. Write them down as your successes. The reason why I call all these challenges also your successes is because most of them you got past it. You found a solution, you moved on, you were able to realize certain things in your life, and you were able to come to this point that you are at today. Now I want you to add to those successes, which is you overcoming challenges, also the other successes, things that you always hoped for yourself, that only if you could achieve that. And it seemed impossible. It seemed it might take a lifetime, but you got it. You got it much earlier than you had ever expected in your life. I want to share a story with you, which I often share with my clients, on how sometimes we think it would take a lifetime, but it takes only a couple of years. As a kid, I grew up in a household of 23 other people, right? And I never really saw a lot of abundance of space, especially because we were all crammed into a single house. And because of that, my life dream, my life goal was to get a house, a decent enough flat where my parents could move independently and live by themselves, and we could live with them whenever there was a chance. My goal for life was to be able to get that house for my family. I thought I would be able to do that by the time I'm 40 or 50 or more. I was fortunate to know that that was a goal of my life, because when I was 29 years old, I was able to buy that house for my family. I was able to have them move out from that house where 23 other people shared the same space to a house where they're comfortable and have all the space they want. The reason why I tell you this story is because often there are things in our lives that we thought were impossible for us. Things that we thought, I'm never gonna get that. I'm not gonna be good at this. I'm not gonna get good at this. Or I would never achieve that career success. Or I would never find a partner like the one that I found. But we found those partners and we got those career successes and we got those business successes. These successes help us lean in to a more positive and empowered state when we are showing up with our clients. We are able to realize that we are more capable than we imagine. We are more powerful than what we give ourselves credit towards. So go ahead and write down your successes over the past decade so we can also lean onto them to find that confidence. Lastly, I want you to list out all the different lives that you have impacted directly or indirectly over the past decade. The reason why I say that is, as much as now you realize that there are challenges in your life that you can lean into to help other people with their challenges, as much as now you realize that you have had a lot of successes and you could have the confidence of being able to help other people also find those successes in their lives, you also realize that you became a coach for a reason. You have helped people directly or indirectly transform their lives or create real results in their lives. Remember those impact moments. Remember those moments where you have had an impact on your client's life, and recall those moments and list them down over the course of last decade. With these 3 lists, you coming over challenges and you finding new successes through these challenges, your successes of things that you never imagined you would have, and your impact on people should give you the confidence and should give you that power of saying, I am enough. I can create a change in my client's life. I can create an impact in my client's life. And I can, if I show up powerfully as my full self, can create a true impact, a true change, a true result for my client. Welcome again to Coaching Mastery.